Welcome to Moving Forward with James Reckon, where we talk about real growth, real leadership, and real life movement forward. Now here's James.
This isn't about perfection, it's about progress, and it's not about getting it all right. It's about getting back up when it goes wrong. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. You and I are watching another episode of Moving Forward with James Reckon, a podcast about grit and growth and doing the hard healing work of showing up anyway. So in this episode, we're going to talk about how Google Maps and how our GPS handles mistakes. So have you ever noticed how a GPS handles mistakes and how a GPS handles mistakes differently than we do? We're driving and we miss a turn, or we take the wrong exit, or we go too far, or not far enough. And the GPS doesn't ridicule us or criticize us. What the GPS does is it just says one word: rerouting, right? That's it. No judgment, no shame, just a calm, quiet adjustment to get us back on track. That's it. Now, imagine if we did that for ourselves. Because when we take a wrong turn, if we miss a deadline or we take a step we regret, most of us don't respond like the GPS. Rather, what happens is we spiral, and that happens because our brains are actually doing their job to protect us by firing up alarms and telling us that we blew it and we're behind and we failed. But here's what I've been learning over the last several months. And maybe you are too. We didn't fail. We just needed a new route. And so it's when we reframe, we are actually doing what James Gross cited as the practice of cognitive reappraisal. And that's the choice to tell a different and truer story. And we reduce the emotional weight of our mistakes. So instead, just like the GPS, we reroute, but what we do is we say, this isn't the end, it's just a redirection. And that's what we can learn to do. Because the truth is, we're still headed somewhere beautiful, and we're still becoming, we're still showing up. But taking a different path, that may just be a better path to take. So let's work on this together. Let's really internalize that rerouting isn't failure. Rerouting is wisdom. And when we reroute with grace, and when we stop shaming and we start guiding, we build something, as I said a moment ago, self-compassion that helps us move forward, not by ignoring any of our mistakes, but by responding to them like a GPS would, with clarity, with calm, with direction, and not destruction. We are not lost, we're just rerouting, and that's a good thing. So the next time life throws us off track, we'll just take a breath, reframe the story, and whisper it back to ourselves, okay, let's find a new way. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Moving Forward with James Reckon. If this episode helped you reroute your perspective, please share it with someone who needs a little grace today. And also, if you kindly subscribe and follow, that would be much appreciated as well. And please feel free to add any comments down below. And let's keep choosing growth, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. So until next time, this has been another edition of Moving Forward with James Reckon. Thanks so much for watching, and have an amazing day. Bye, everyone.